fun in Milwaukee. But most importantly, part of the many items on my honey-do list several years ago was to help organize a capital campaign to build a new state-of-the-art high school for one of the most amazing schools in our city called Dr.Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy. And yep, and when I got roped into this work, I was told that this was going to be a really easy, fast, modest $15 million campaign. And I went out and recruited an amazing group of people, some of whom I'll introduce you to shortly, to help us do this work. And long story short, 15 million became sort of 20 million became sort of 25 million became and counting. And because of a tremendous amount of generosity from so many of you in this room who have given personally, who have stewarded, who have cultivated, we are well on pace to exceed our $25 million stretch goal because of our friends like you. So thank you. Where we are at what's going to be the new home of Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy. God thought otherwise, and over the weekend we pivoted to this indoor space with our friends and our partners here at America's Black Holocaust Museum. Dr. Burt Davis, a former board member, and his whole team have been more than happy to support us. Many of you were here with us in July, so we thought this was a more sensible solution. So thank you guys for being flexible and for showing up here in such great number. You all know that Dr. Howard Fuller, the person, not the institution, has devoted his whole life to this work. And he has been a fearless leader and advocate for social change, for social justice, for racial equity, and most importantly, for education. And he spent decades of his life fighting this work to serve our community and communities like ours all across the country. And I couldn't tell you how proud that I am to be standing on his shoulders, helping advance this work. And to he and the pastors who were visionaries in the founding of this school in 2004, we all owe them a tremendous debt of gratitude. But even beyond the founding of the school, the crusade that he and the late great Annette Polly Williams, Representative Williams, led to create what we now know as the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program, which has metastasized all across the country as voucher programs, which led to the charter program. We all here and across this country owe him a significant debt of gratitude. And then what Principal Judith Parker, where is Judith Parker? Where is she? Where's our, there's our illustrious principal way in the back. Judith and our whole team at HFCA have just done an amazing job in ensuring that we provide the kind of educational experience for our scholars that has the ability to change the trajectory of their lives, of their family lives, and of our community. And their results are really compelling. We've got 11 straight years of 100% of our graduating seniors being accepted into college. And these are colleges that range from Madison to Marquette to UW-Milwaukee to MATC to some of the best HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities in the country, to the armed services. And it's our goal to make sure, as Dr. Fuller likes to say, quoting a board member, that none of our scholars ever have to live in their mama's house unless they want to. But it's our responsibility to make sure that they have the kind of options to allow them to lead productive lives in support of themselves and their families and their community. So huge props to our team and the amazing work that they are doing. Well, we're going to begin with this construction project next month. We're actually doing some demolition now. So you're going to see this amazing building rise from the ground. I have to acknowledge and give credit to the board of directors who had this phenomenal vision to not settle for a second or third rate facility for our kids and to say that they deserve the best. So the board chair, Michelle Nettles, is here. Several of the board members are here. If you can just wave your hand so we all know who to thank for this vision. And then this vision will allow us to go from being a 325 scholar high school today to being a 500 scholar high school at the new site. And because the leadership was so committed to the community they're in, we will repurpose our existing high school into a new feeder middle school, serving another 325 kids. So we'll go from 325 today to 850 at the end of this campaign as a result of the tremendous generosity that you all have shown. As I like to say, and notwithstanding the amazing work that you all have done in supporting us in this, today we're sitting at $19.6 million and $19.621, but he's counting. And we've got some very strong commitments that are in the pipeline that we're in the process of finalizing. And toward that end, you're going to hear from one of our campaign co-chairs, Patty Cadorn. Our third one is Dr. Thelma Sias. But can I just ask all the Capital Campaign members to stand or wave your hands so we know who to thank for this tremendous work? When we started a while ago recruiting this campaign, we literally had a dream team. And not a single person that we asked said no. Many of them said yes and said that they would bring others to this work with us. And from CEOs in town to leaders of community organizations, intergenerational, multi-diverse, everything you could imagine in a cabinet we've had. And when I think about the tremendous, amazing work that they all have done, 100% board participation in the campaign, 100% capital campaign cabinet participation in the campaign, and how people have trusted us with their closest friends and relationships and 5 and 6 and 7-figure conversations, it's really amazing. There's a statement in our community, it takes a village. Well, this has been a village effort, and the village has really shown up and shown out. So thank you guys all again there. Well, now it's my great pleasure to bring our mayor, Mayor Cavalier Chevy Johnson, up to speak. A lot of us take great pride in this mayor and what he represents as the first African-American elected to be mayor. And what I really love about Mayor Johnson is I've heard him speak several times, and he always makes clear that he came from communities and he was one of those kids that are like the kids we're trying to serve. So I know that he's committed to this work and he's passionate about helping us here at HFCA do what we need to do to serve more kids and families. Mayor Johnson?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Corey, for those very kind words. I really appreciate the opportunity to stand here before each and every single one of you on this really monumentous occasion in Milwaukee. As the first person in my family to attend college, I understand the challenges that so many young people in Milwaukee face, especially young people in Milwaukee who come from challenged neighborhoods like the ones that I was raised in, grew up in, came up in, was reared in, and had so many experiences in life right here in this city. I know that when you come from neighborhoods like that, you need support. You need your friends, you need your family, you need your peers, you need educators who are looking out for you to ensure that you're on the right path forward in life. And that's what HFCA is all about. And for those of you that don't know, Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy is a school that's chartered by the city of Milwaukee. And this day marks the official start of the physical building here. So I want to give a great round of applause to everybody who's been involved to make this happen right here in Bronzeville. Thank you for doing that. HFCA's commitment to academic growth and college preparatory culture is evident in its track record of 100% college acceptance for 100% of their graduating seniors. However, the mission of HFCA is more than just to prepare their scholars for higher education. It's about more than that. The school is dedicated to transforming the Milwaukee community through a larger educational movement in the city, and that's starting with the construction of a new high school at an historic African-American neighborhood, Bronzeville, right here on Milwaukee's north side. So I'm excited for what this expansion means for the future of Milwaukee. I'm excited about what the expansion means for opportunities for Milwaukee's youth. I'm excited for what this expansion means for families that Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy touches each and every single day throughout our city. So thank you all so much again for your support. Thank you for having me here, and congratulations to Superintendent Fuller and to everyone involved in making this this monumentous occasion happen for our city and for our young people. Thank you so much.
All right, well, thanks to Mayor Johnson for being here and for his support and his commitment to this important work. Our alderwoman here is Malele Coggs, and because there's a finance committee going on right now, she regrettably couldn't be here, but she certainly has been supportive of us in our work here. So I know many of you in the room know her personally, professionally, so please be sure also to express gratitude to her on our behalf for her support of this work, not just in getting to this point, but certainly she's going to be an important partner as we go forward. Well, now I have to bring up the man, the myth, the visionary who brought us to this point. Now, we have a running little deal between us because anybody who knows Dr. Fuller knows that he really is not manageable. So we do these run of shows. We have these times. We give him these talking points. We tell him we got to be tight. We'll be respectful of all of our guests. And I'll give him like 10 minutes. And he'll come up in here. He's going to do like 15 minutes of pre-remarks that don't really count against his 10. So though it's nice and warm and cozy in here, I'm going to act him to pretend like we're still outside in the cold and that he'll keep his remarks brief. But we just couldn't be prouder to have a namesake other than him. He's led a life that represents everything that we want our scholars to aspire to be. And as phenomenally talented and smart as he is, what I always love is when I see him in the school where he is most days and how he just interacts with every one of our scholars on a personal level. He knows their names. He knows their families. He loves them, and they know that he loves and trusts them. So they have that special rapport that allow us to have the kind of relationship that we need, that we can then educate and change their lives because we're operating from this place of love and trust and respect. So in the way that he's done that for our scholars, we certainly have those feelings for you, Doc. And we couldn't be more honored and more pleased and more excited than to be doing this work on your behalf as part of your legacy, and ask you to come up and talk a little bit about the history and the vision and introduce some of our other important founders.
So first of all, this is a glorious day. But as some of you all know, I really don't believe in legacy.